I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rockin' Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the premier Knicks in the Morning Time show, the Knicks Morning Drive. Salute, salute, salute. LI1 is in the building. East Blue Drew is in the building. Salute, Sherwin is in the building. Salute, Sherwin says the Knicks are currently on pace to win 56 games with the weakest schedule in the NBA. What happened when the schedule gets real? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, boss. That's a great question. That's a great question. Yeah, that's a great question, Sherman. I'm not sure how to answer that, but I appreciate the fact that you came through with the question, though. I appreciate that, bro. I was going to talk more this morning about a few things, but let me ask this since you brought that up. What do you think? What do you think about that? All right. Did you ask that specific question because you may feel as if there's something to it? You may feel as if something may feel like there's something to that question. Right? Is something to that? Is there something to it? That's a great question. Let me before I start bragging about my Mets and talking about how New York City is in a strange place right now, I want to talk about the Knicks first, and then I want to talk about New York being in a weird place, right? Top Notch T is in the building. Top Notch T says Huck Porty is good with me. Hope he gets more time. And I have a question about Huck Porty. I'm I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't anticipate being in this place with Ariel Huckporty. I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna front. I honestly did not think I'd be in this place with Ariel Huckporty. I am in a place of I'm not sure what I'm looking at with Ariel Huckporty from game to game. And I do understand that rookies are gonna have these up and down moments. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. There's a lot of news. There's a lot of news, man. With around the Knicks, around New York. Oh man, I will say this though. New York is the center of a lot of peculiar stuff at the moment. Shout out to New York. My thing is with this. Let me go. So listen. I'm all over the place because there are so many things that we need to discuss. There are so many things that we need to discuss. How about we start? How about we place a tent pole in one place? How about we place a tent pole in one place and then move about from there? Seems reasonable to me. Right? How about we put a tent pole in that spot of Cameron Payne? Sherwin says, your chat called me a hater for not giving Ariel Huckporty a chance. I'm sorry. His defense is worse than Cat. I can give awful defense. So you confused me there. Because Sherwin, hey, for the record, I agree with you. Ariel Huckporty's defense has been abysmal. It's trash. Right? But then you saying I can give awful defense a chance. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Is there if there's a misspelling in there, if there's a typo in there, let me know. If there's a typo in there, let me know. And I'm not calling you out on a typo. I'm just saying I can't understand the message. Nobody's perfect, bro. Nobody's perfect. So I'm the last one. I'm the last one to point out a mistake by anybody, as many as I make. Right? Oh, okay. You said I can't give awful defense a chance. Okay. All right. I'm up and down on Huckporty, bro. I think Tibbs is also. To be honest, I think Tibbs is also. I think Huckporty's defense has been. Cowboy Bob pointed it out. I ain't gonna front. Cowboy Bob pointed it out. I didn't like it when he said it. I beefed with him about it, and then once I realized I was wrong, I apologized to Cowboy Bob and told him he was right. Y'all know me, man. If I'm not, you know, Top Notch, he says Huck Porty is playing better defense than most rookie centers in the league. He just needs to, right. Fritz Alcindor says Huck is a second round pick. How much do fans expect from him? He's a nice project. Yeah. Facts, facts, and facts. Facts, and facts. Right. So just really quick, let me talk about. I'm gonna pitch a tent pole in one place. We'll talk about this one thing, and then okay. You know what? As a matter of fact, on the screen, I'll put the topics that I want to talk about, and then that way, if you guys have a separate topic that you'd like to talk about, we can address those too. Okay, let's add a thing. We'll call it topics. we'll call them topics, right? And I'm going to type in all caps just so that it'll be clear on the screen. All right, I'm going to do that. Cameron Payne's injury, Ariel Huck Porty's role or lack thereof. Where is Pacom Dadier? Jalen Brunson's amazing playmaking. Is Cat the difference maker we thought we were getting? Is too much Josh Hart too much Josh Hart? Is Coach Tibbs pushing the right buttons? Has Mikal Bridges found his way in New York? And has Mitchell Robinson played his last game as a Knick? So these are the topics I want to now with that said, we don't have to address all of these at once, right? We don't have to address all of these at once. I'm just going to put these on the screen. I want you to see them. Right. The original DSJ is in the building. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the first topic I want to talk about. And that is this. Ariel Hukporty's role or lack thereof. That's what I want to talk about first. Right? That's what I want to talk about first. I want to ask you, Knicks fan, what do we expect from Ariel Hukporty? I want to get your comments in the chat. What do you expect from Ariel Hukporty, and why? Why do you expect that from Ariel Hukporty? Right? And for all you aspiring content creators out there, have all of your stuff prepared before you start your show. You know what I'm saying? You might not have all the topics that I can come up with, right? But whatever one topic you have, or whatever two topics you have them prepared before you start. Don't be an Uncle Freezy where you're always flying by the seat of your pants. Right? Let me see. I'm going to shrink this a little bit just so that it'll all fit in the screen. All right, there we go. All right. So Ariel Hukporty's role or lack thereof. I honestly felt like leaving draft night. I felt like leaving draft night, Ariel Hukporty was maybe the lesser proven commodity of the four Knicks draft picks. Of the four draft picks, I felt like Hukporty had the most to prove. Now, that's leaving the draft, right? Snipes is in the building. Salute, my guy. B Baller for real. What's good? It's good to see you. Soulfinger is in the building. Soulfinger is in the building. Salute. Salute to the mods for keeping us safe out here on these internet streets. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I feel like these 9 things are the most important. There are probably about 30 other things I have on my mind. I just wrote this down so that we can cover at least some of these this morning. Bring some things to your awareness. Now, since we do a live stream, feel free to add a topic in the chat. If we feel like it's fire, then we'll add it to the list. Right? Right. So let's get it. I think Ariel Hukporty's ability to do Isaiah Hartenstein type things makes us think on a deep emotional and intellectual level that the Knicks have found an Isaiah Hartenstein replacement. Isaiah Hartenstein signing with another team puts us in a place of, dang, man, every time we find a guy that seems like he's a real Knick, something happens where he has to leave. Right? Dante DiVincenzo, Emmanuel Quickly, Isaiah Hartenstein. When you find like a real Knick guy, you feel as if, you know what? Maybe we need to find a replacement. Justo is in the building. Salute. I honestly think that the early Ariel Hukporty movement and play reminds us of Isaiah Hartenstein. They don't look the same. No, they don't. Isaiah Hartenstein is more of a smoother athlete, a smoother mover, right? Isaiah Hartenstein is probably stronger. Hartenstein has a more confident handle. Queens get the money. I see Queens in the building. Allah Wise is in the building. Salute. Man, I ain't talked to Wise in about a month, bro. Wise, what's going on? I ain't talked to Wise in like a month. Big dog must have lost my number. Fell into a deep slumber. Played a long game. Make a brother wonder. Bars. The Ariel Hukporty thing, clearly, Yo, Alfred Griffin is in the building. Salute. Matter of fact, yo, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up on IG right now, just so that we can have us a I gotta hit my guy up on IG. Oh, they making me log in. Why they making me log in? They're making me log in, and I just I don't know. Man, it's so many of y'all. It's like, bro, no lie. It's so many of y'all. It's like an army of y'all out here, man. And sometimes my intentions will be to hit you, excuse me, to hit y'all up, and then something will happen and I'll forget. Let me do this though. Let me stay on task. I'll just stay on task. All right. I see Reem Raw out there. Yeah, I don't have time for that. I'm gonna just do that later. I'll do this. Let's stay on task. Adios is in the building. Chef NYK, but your expectations are too damn great for a damn rookie. Yeah. Ivory 10 is in the building. Salute. So okay. So I'll stay on the aerial hook party part and try not to drift. Just a lot of stuff going on, man. I gotta get back in this Knicks morning bag pocket. So, yo, let me do. As a matter of fact, there was something I was supposed to do when I first got here. While I work on get my thought together on aerial hook party, let me just do this.
Yeah. Good morning, Knicks fans. Check it out. Yo, wake up, Knicks fans. It's time to rise. Orange and tears, yes, the morning drive. Welcome to the show, always honest and true. Talking about the team, yeah, you know how we do. It's a new day, grab your coffee, let's flow. Cat in the building, Bronx is ready to go. OG and McHale, this wing stop is for real. Orange tears, got the passion gonna feel. Freezy and the crew, we keeping it fresh. Breaking down the team, yeah, we know who's next. Do some pressurizing, Josh hard as the glue. Got the fire every morning, bleeding orange and blue. Orange tears, it's a brand new year. Repping for niggas, no doubt, no fear. We got the squad, we making moves. Tuning every morning, yeah, we set the groove. Orange tears, it's the Knicks we love. From MS Street straight to the sky above. Orange and blue, this gonna be a year. This is the vibe, it's Orange tears. We're breaking down the trades, analyzing stats. Dunking on the haters, bringing the Knicks back. Clyde with the suit, he's keeping it slick. Orange tears every morning, get you your Knicks fix. We go hard every day, another one in the books. Getting excited about our 3 new rooks. From the draft to the playoffs, it's some time to shine. With Cola, Capardi, and Dottier, the future's divine. Freezy and the fam, we calling the plays. Dropping knowledge on the Knicks, we get them amazed. You know what it is, subscribe and hit that like. Orange tears every morning, we taking flight. Orange tears, it's a brand new year. Repping for the Knicks, no doubt, no fear. We got the squad, we making moves. Tuning every morning, yeah, we setting the groove. Orange tears, it's the Knicks we love. From MS Street straight to the sky above. Orange and blue, you know it's our year. This is the vibe, it's Orange tears. Yeah. Big Pie's on in the house. Come on.
Hey,
AKA
I don't know.
Coach Al Pika. Uncle Freezy.
Baby.
Peace.
What y'all know about that, baby? Baby. What y'all know about that? Salute the coach. Coach somewhere probably getting rest and everything, man. That man work hard, y'all. That man work hard. Hey, Walker, that's coach rapping, bro. I don't rap. Right? I don't rap. I think I got bars, but I'm not a rapper. Right? I'm not a rapper, man. I wish I had talent like that. My talent lies in other areas. Right? J Mars in the building. Wise in the building. Salute, man. I see y'all. Chef NYK Andios. Rel is in the building. Salute to my guy Rel. Rel is in the building. I'm gonna send mad love out to my guy Rel. Right. Send mad love out to Rel and my brothers at We Talk Mavs. Yo. If we're talking Ariel Huckporty, I think what we should do is break down the things that he does well, and then break down his area of improvement. I see the Bronx is in the building. Salute to the Bronx. Because if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap wouldn't be going on. And that is where uptown, baby. Hey, salute to the Bronx, New York. Without the Bronx, New York ain't nothing. Yo, man, my people, y'all know I love y'all, right? Y'all know I love y'all, man. So don't be taking these jokes to heart, man. Y'all my people, man. I mess around, man. I poke and prod y'all, man. It ain't, yo, don't take none of this stuff personal. Y'all know I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I love and appreciate y'all, man. So don't be mad. Don't be taking these jokes personal, right? Yeah, I know I'm just having fun, like a family member. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm joking like a family member, man. So yeah. I see you. I see, okay, all right. Mars in the building. Let's do the Ariel Huckporty thing, right? What I'm gonna do is a Huckporty breakdown. What he's good at, and I want you guys to help me with this. Don't sit on your hands, right? We are gonna do a Ariel Huckporty breakdown in real time. Y'all tell me what his pros and cons are. We're gonna do this in real time. I'm gonna put it right up here for us so everybody can see it. And y'all be honest with me. Don't be homers on this. It's just us. This is a Knicks show, right? This is a Knicks show. This is not a show about dissing our own. We don't want to do that, right? These are people, right? So we want to do a breakdown, like what the pros are and what the cons are for our guy, Ariel Huckporty, right? I'm just going to add some color to this so it'll show a little differently on the screen. And pros will be green or greenish. The cons will be red or reddish. If I can find it. Right? And we're just going to have an honest conversation about, and Sherwin, if Sherwin is in the building, Sherwin, you got to speak now or forever hold your peace. Because after we have this conversation, bro, we ain't want to hear it. If you don't say it now, bro, we ain't want to hear it. The pros and cons. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let me go back here. Do this. And y'all and y'all really quick, I speak to Sherwin like that. That's because I respect Sherwin. I just speak to him straight. I just shoot it to him straight, man. I don't sugarcoat it, and I think he appreciate that. So that's what we have right there. Yo, King Ribby is in the building. The kingiest of all Ribbies is in the building. All right, so I'll start with Ariel Hukporty, right? I'm going to add something that a lot of Knicks fans don't mention about Ariel Hukporty. And I think his um, offensive court awareness is a pro for him. Maybe we need to make that a little bit smaller. I think his offensive court awareness is a pro at this stage. Right? I think his offensive court awareness is higher right now than and I'm talking about from the center position. From the center position. I think his offensive court awareness is higher than Precious, Jericho Sims, and Mitchell Robinson. I think he knows where to be offensively. Right? I don't know if that's something you can teach. I don't know that per se, but what I do feel is that man has an awareness about him on the court that makes guys on the court with him pass him the ball. Be baller for real. I see you. I'm trying to keep track of the thing as the chat is moving up and down. So I think one of the cons for him is NBA on defense. On defense. NBA play recognition. I think he's slow right there. Super slow. Knicks will be 25 and 26 champs. Was good. I think his defensive recognition processing is really slow right now. I think some of the baskets that he gives up is not because of a lack of effort. I don't think he recognized what's happening fast enough for him to get there yet. I think that's a real thing. And I think that's the reason why Tibbs won't play him as much as we feel like he should be playing. Right. I think one of his pros is finishing around the rim. Now, does it mean he finishes everything around the rim? No. Right? But I feel as if his mindset, what comes naturally, is his ability to want to finish around the rim. Right? I think his instincts are finish around the rim. Whereas Jericho Sims, I think, is if it's not a dunk, I'm not taking it. Where if it's Precious, I think Precious is probably thinks a lot to, like, Precious makes a lot of business decisions. Like Precious can look like a monster throwing down a dunk on somebody on one trip. And then you also, on the next trip, you see Precious dribble the ball back out and kick it back to the perimeter. Now, is that smart on Precious? Is Precious a seasoned player that looks at, that values points per possession? That may be the case. But this is not a Precious breakdown. This is a Ariel Hukporty breakdown. B-Baller for real mentioned in his first, where is it? B-Baller for real said, I think I may have, his shot blocking. The thing with shot blocking is it's not just about, let me ask this, is he a shot blocker or a rim protector? And those two things can be mutually exclusive. Right? You can be able to block shots, have the ability to block shots, and not be a rim protector. OG Anunoby had 2 block shots the other night, and he was probably 20 feet away from the rim. So B Baller for real says shot blocker, he does it better than anyone other than Mitch. And then Top Notch T says, nah, he's more of a rim protector. Y'all see what I mean? See what I mean? Y'all see what I mean? See how we just got 2 separate thoughts, 2 individual opinions on the same topic, right? And I'm not saying either is right or wrong. What I'm saying is I need more data. I think I need more data. I think he has the ability to block shots. You know what? I'm going to add that as a pro shot blocker. I'll add that there. And then for cons, I'm going to add rim protection here. But with the caveat with this being lack of experience. Right. There are some plays at the rim where I noticed what a big will do for Ariel Hook Porty is back up and pull him away from the rim, and somebody will sneak in behind him and get a layup. Right. But the scouting report, you have to know your personnel, right? Think about this. Is their center going to put up a 9-foot floater? Right? Is he going to, just a scenario, right? Ariel Hook Porty gets pulled about 9 feet away, right? If you're Ariel Hook Porty, do you bite on the limited amount of spacing in that area and go towards that guy? And then now you have Josh Hart versus Dorian Finney-Smith. No, you don't. You stay there at the rim and put a hand up. You're 7 foot tall. Just put your hands up. You don't have to go out that far, man. Make that opposing center shoot that ball over the top of you. Right? These things are what 7-footers are supposed to be taught. You're supposed to know these things, right? If the other team has 2 bigs and you're the only big on the floor for your team, you stay around that rim for rim protection, right? Because your weak side rim protector in those weird lineups are going to be Pacom Dadier and Josh Hart and Matt Ryan. Those dudes are not rim protectors. So if your role is to protect the rim at all costs, you have to do the fundamental stuff, right? Force a backup center to throw up a floater over the top of your outstretched hands. Meanwhile, you can still have positioning is what I'm getting at. Like, can his positioning be better? I think it's going to come with time. But we were watching the game pre-Thanksgiving, and he has no awareness about positioning in the NBA yet. He just needs playing time. He just needs playing time, man. That's all. Right. And but here's the thing about that, B Baller for real, is they toyed with Mitch also. Mitch wasn't a rim protector until Tibbs got here. Mitch was a shot blocker, a shot block machine. That dude could have 5 blocks and 5 fouls in a quarter and a half, right? It's going to take time. Right. Yeah. Tom, hey, I'm with you. The only reason why I bring it up and speak to it in this manner, the only reason why I speak to it in this manner is because the guy is new. He's raw. I'm not saying he's a bum. I'm not saying that, everybody. I think Ariel Hook Party in a redraft is probably a first round pick. In a redraft, after you look at the redraft, after you look at the rookies now and you see what some of these kids can do, I think Ariel Hook Party may sneak into the first round, right? He may sneak into the first round in a redraft. Definitely doesn't get drafted as late in the second round as he did, right? Like guys that were drafted in his range. I think Bronny, other guys that were drafted in his range. I think Ariel Hook Party deserved to be drafted higher than those guys, for sure. For sure. You know. Another pro for him, I think, and I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but he is a very unselfish offensive / defensive motor. I think he has a very unselfish offensive and defensive motor. And what is, I guess what you guys are going to ask me, what does that mean in the grand scheme of things? I think that dude doesn't mind setting screens. I don't think he minds offensive rebounding, getting the ball out. I don't think he minds not getting the ball every time he's down the floor. There are a few things about Ariel Hook Party's game that will need to tighten up, but these things will improve with in time. One of the other things I think is a pro for him is humility. I think his personality is one that lends itself to being accepted by veterans. And while I don't have a bunch of data, what I could just go by what I saw. And one of the things I saw was it looks like Deuce McBride is Ariel Hook Party's vet. Anybody else notice that? I noticed during games, Deuce is like talking to this dude, like just talking to him. And not just that one time they got caught on the mic, on the open mic. I'm talking about like Deuce McBride is talking to that dude, right? Like, nah, bro, when we do this, don't bring your man. You go that way. Do the right screen hard right here on this one. So the next time they come up to fight over the screen, they'll feel your like these little things that we don't have the microphone there, so we can't hear it, right? But there are some rookies that come into the league that don't need vets, right? Zion doesn't need a vet. John Morant not listening to vets. And I know those are two dudes that are top picks in the draft, but the thing they have in common with Ariel Hook Party is they were rookies. Right? They were rookies. One of the things, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought this up. Right? Hopefully Kolick is getting an earful from Deuce as well. His defensive awareness. No. This is the opposite. What I saw from Precious and Tyler Kolick the other night is Precious saw Tyler Kolick. Tyler Kolick went to go get the ball from Precious. 2 or 3 times, and Precious chose to dribble the ball up the floor and find a veteran. East Blues, you know, I feel you. I feel you. Those were top picks, but you know what they are also? They were rookies. They were rookies. And you can be a humble top pick, right? You could be a humble top pick, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that kid, Zachary Risachet, the dude that was the number 1 pick in this draft, is a humble rookie. The thing that Zion Williamson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Zachary Risachet all have in common, they were the number 1 picks in their draft. And I'm not saying that you're a greater player or a lesser player if you choose one route or the other. What I'm saying is what I'm suggesting is, how hungry are you to learn? Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're talking top notch. You're talking about Alexander Saw. Alexander Saw. He's was the number 2 pick by the Washington Wizards. I do consider him a top pick though. When you pick top three in the draft or whatever, I'll consider you a top pick. I'm gonna see what Alex Sarr is doing right now. I'm just gonna look at Alexander Sarr's stats right now, and then Alexander Sarr is averaging 26 and a half minutes, about 27 minutes, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. That sounds about right for a young and up-and-coming team. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. If Huck Porty was playing about 27 minutes, I think Huck Porty would be putting up those same numbers. Anybody in this chat disagree? If Ariel Huck Porty was playing 27 minutes, do you think Ariel Huck Porty could get you 10 and 6? Maybe a couple of blocks? Just Knicks is in the building. And so while having this conversation, I'm not suggesting that Ariel Huck Porty should be getting more playing time. What I'm suggesting is that young fella needs to improve on a few things, right? The defense part of it, the defensive part of it, I think Ariel Huck Porty needs to improve, but he'll improve in time. He won't improve through drills, if you feel me. Right now, Ariel Huck Porty in 9 minutes per night is averaging 2 points, 2 rebounds, and a shade under a block per game. Ariel Huck Porty, for what we think is a lack of playing time, Ariel Huck Porty has played in 11 games. Hey, Top Notch T, I agree with you. I think his upside is higher than Mitchell Robinson's. I'm sorry. No disrespect to Mitch. No disrespect to Mitch. But Huck Porty has come in with a level of offense that none of the other centers have. Jay Boogie says, but do you need a vet to help you understand on what coach expects from you when you are in practice and touch on the floor? Hey, shout out to the family. Hey, Jay Boogie, yes. Yes, especially if it was just a generic coach, if it was just a um random, if it was Steve Kerr, I would say Jay Boogie is absolutely right. If it was um what's the cat in Denver? If it was him, I'd be like, yeah, Jay Boogie is absolutely right. If it was Nick Nurse, I'd be like, Jay Boogie is absolutely right. Tom Thibodeau is a peculiar cat, bro. Tom Thibodeau is a different type person, right? And in terms of coaching or whatever, I don't know if there is that. Now, if we're talking about all the coaches, if we're talking about the entire coaching staff, if you're talking about the entire coaching staff, like the big man, Mark Bryant, and all those guys, then I would probably agree with you. But in terms of Tibbs, I don't know, bro. I've never spoken to Tibbs directly. He's never spoken to me directly. I've been in the same place with that dude plenty of times, and he's never given me the impression that he's a guy that you could just walk up to and just talk to. Right. I don't want to talk to Tibbs in that way. I'd like to keep my distance as a fan. Like I don't want to have my fandom swayed by meeting a dude like that. I'll meet a player and talk to a player. In terms of the coach, I don't want to have a relationship with guys like that. There's no disrespect to the coaches, right? Because they're fine people too, right? They're fine people too. But I go to the game to watch the players, and I don't know if speaking to a coach will improve my experience. So I've never been a fan of like trying to talk to Pat Riley or Jeff Van Gundy or Tom Thibodeau or whoever the coach is. Now, do I wish them well in running my franchise? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm not buying coaches shirts from the stands, right? I'm not going into the team store to buy the Tom Thibodeau pullover. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at buying jerseys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, yo, you got yo, you got that city edition Tom Thibodeau pullover in the team store? Nah. And no disrespect to the coaches. I'm saying to me that applied to whatever coach it is. And Top Notch, he says vets are needed, especially when your coach isn't known for being good at developing rookies or play. I think Tibbs is good at developing young guys, right? I think he's good at developing players. I just don't think it's the type of development that people expect. Like he's not going to come back with like a 49-inch vertical, right? I think Tibbs does. I think Tibbs, the best example of what Tom Thibodeau does with big men is Norvell Pell, Nerlens Noel, Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, right? If 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 Tibbs keeps this, if Huck Porty stays around, right? I think Tibbs is going to turn him into Isaiah Hartenstein. It's just going to take a matter of years. It's not going to be done overnight. I think it's a matter of years, not days, right? It's going to be a matter of years, not weeks, not months for Ariel Huck Porty. Remember, he's a second round pick with upside. And so the two most important parts of that is second round pick, which means his game has holes in it, and upside, which means if you can tap into it and get everything out of him, he'll be more value at his peak than he was at the point that you drafted him. Now, with that said, is Jericho Sims that? Jumpman that? I can't say that Jumpman is that. Jumpman to me, and I like Jumpman, bro. I like Jumpman. I'm probably the biggest fan of Jumpman in Knicks universe, even though I talk trash about him occasionally. But that's what friends are for. Right? Like if you don't have a sense of humor, you're not really living life. Right. So if you if you think every time somebody says something about you, they have mean intention, that's not what it is. You gotta lighten up. When I said Jericho Sims remind me of Pootie Tang, I was joking. Right. I honestly, at this moment, feel like by the end of the year, Ariel Hukporty will be the second best big man on this roster. And that's high praise and high confidence, right? I think Hukporty, though, needs to figure out a way to get better defensively so that he can stay on the floor and show what he could do offensively, if that makes sense. Real King is in the building. Salute. 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 What other cons are there out there for Ariel Hukporty? I'm gonna say one, and it's gonna make y'all mad. Um, and I have to say it because, in full disclosure, I have to say it. Right? Full disclosure, I have to say it. His touch is terrible. His touch is spotty. His touch is, man. When you watch Ariel Hukporty shoot free throws, you like, bruh. Ariel Hukporty shooting free throws like the backboard is moving. Hukporty, the backboard's not moving, dog. What are we talking? What are you doing? Wise, come on, dog. Wise, we got to get that man a break, bro. We got to get that man a break. He don't know the culture yet. He don't know the culture yet, right? He Hukporty out here looking like he from, and now from Rikers Island, New York. Yo, Ariel Hukporty is out here looking like he from a Brooklyn prison, bro. Like, bro, you in the NBA, bro. You gotta you gotta tighten up, bro. Right. And B baller for real say you seen it. I'm talking about the result. I'm talking about the result, bro. I don't want to talk about Mitch, man, because people think I hate Mitch. I actually really, really, really in my heart love Mitchell Robinson. Right. I do. In my heart, I really love Mitch. Right. And I don't have to. I'm not obligated to like or love anybody. I don't have to. Right? Just want to make that clear. I don't have to like you because you play basketball as a job. I don't have to like you, right? But for Mitch, Mitch is a heartstring of mine, bro. Since day one, when he had that, when he on draft night, it was all awkward, and I used to look forward to the Mitch block party that used to come out every now and then, right? I used to like that, man. I like Mitch. My frustrating thing with Mitch is 7 years in, we are still having the same conversations. With that said, I'm gonna move off of Hukporty for a moment. Let me rename this because we'll have to revisit. We'll have to revisit this. We'll name that Ariel Hookporty. Then we'll go back here to this. The thing that concerns me, I'm going to highlight this in a slight shade of some type of red. Dang, I wish there was a different. I want to do a different type red, but I don't want it to be as intense. I'll do that for Cameron Payne's injury. I want to talk about Cameron Payne's injury for a moment. Be balling for let's talk Bridges. Hey, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. The Cameron Payne injury is a concern to me. And I know I was not the biggest Cameron Payne fan. I have not been a huge Cameron Payne fan, right? And the reason why is because it's obvious when Cameron Payne doesn't play for your team, he makes you dislike him. Right? I'm gonna close this for a minute, but it's still up. Bro, Cameron Payne is one of those dudes where if he doesn't play for your team, he's easy to hate. Right? Y'all know that. Y'all know I ain't BSing y'all. Cameron Payne is like one of those players that's like a thorn in your side. Right? Cameron Payne is like the dude like with the punchable face on the other team. Like if you see him. And I'm not advocating violence, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Cameron Payne is the guy that when the other team goes on like a 15-2 run, he'll hit the three that makes it 15 and he'll start celebrating like it was all him. And you like, bro, you ain't didn't. Cameron Payne is what we call a new. Cameron Payne is a TJ McConnell type presence. And quite frankly, now that we have a TJ McConnell type presence off our bench, I'm excited about that. You feel me? Like legit, I'm excited about that. That it's about time. It's about time we have that guy that's like a thorn in somebody's side, a rock in somebody's shoe. Wise Coors Light, bro. Coors Light is what those whores like. you remember that? I don't drink Coors Light because that's what the whores like. Cully, the GOAT, is in the building. Salute. Right. Cameron Payne is growing on me, pause, because he's that guy that's like all up under Jalen Brunson and knocking Brunson to the floor. But now that you have him, you're like, this guy is probably what we've been missing. You know? Yeah. And so my concern is, can this Knicks team sustain injuries to Karl Anthony Towns, Precious, Cameron Payne, Deuce McBride, right? And these are the injuries that we've noticed this year. I'm not saying that these are this is the injured list going forward. What I'm saying is can this team sustain a injury to Cat, Cameron Payne, Deuce McBride, Precious Achua, Mitchell Robinson, and others, Kev McCullough. Hey, B-Baller for real, he has an elbow injury, right? And the thing about that elbow injury is the reason why I'm a little nervous, not concerned, or let me say this. I'm concerned but not worried. Is that in January, OG Anunoby had an elbow injury. And we were like, yeah, it's day to day, it's day to day. He'll be back. Don't worry. Nah, it's day to day. He might be out there tonight. You never know. Nah, don't worry about it, man. It's just an elbow, man. You got two of them. What you worried about? And then after the trade deadline, OG Anunoby has surgery for floating bodies in his elbow. And he's out for like 8 weeks, or what seems like 8 weeks. Hey, Cully, I need to talk to you about Keys to the City, bro. I'm gonna text the GOAT right now. Just let him know. Hey, big dog. I just text. You got it. Okay. All right. Bet. Okay. Bet. All right. So the Cameron Payne thing, worries me in that if we needed a guy, a presence, a veteran point guard presence off the bench, and now that veteran point guard presence off the bench is not available, what do you do to your rotation now that that veteran presence point guard off the bench is not available? You needed it. That's why you went and got it. And now it's unavailable. Now what do you do? Do you go out and get another veteran point guard presence off the bench? Or do you expect Deuce to be that veteran point guard presence off the bench and play Deuce and Tyler Kolek together? Y'all feel me in the conundrum of things? Like, I didn't know. Cameron Payne has been a thorn in our side for as long as he's been in the league. And now that we have him, I appreciate the thorn that he is. If that makes sense. I appreciate Cameron Payne now being the thorn because now I see the way he's been used. And I appreciate Cameron Payne now. For years, I didn't appreciate Cameron Payne. I used to call him Elfrid Payton, right? But now that we have him, I can understand. I understand what Cameron Payne brings. Basically, I'm human, bro. Cully says you like him because he's on our squad now. Now you see the difference. Yeah, I'm human, bro. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I see his value. I think he has tremendous, tremendous value to a team like the Knicks, like where we are now, that has Brunson and Cat and just need a veteran to kind of keep it going through certain spurts. I appreciate that. So I want to touch on one other thing before I wrap up here, right? So I want to talk about I don't know if I want to talk about it. I think y'all want to talk about it. I think y'all want to talk about it. But I tell you what, I'd like to talk about Jalen Brunson's amazing playmaking here recently. And I also want to talk about Josh Hart, who's like Josh Hart is like hot sauce, right? Hot sauce is amazing on your food, but too much of it ruins your meal. Right? Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but instead of doing that though, let's talk about something. Let's talk about Mikal Bridges. Anybody up for some Mikal Bridges conversation? Anybody up for some Mikal Bridges conversation? Let's talk about some Mikal Bridges. So I'm just gonna pull up his stats really quick because the numbers for Mikal Bridges actually, I think they lie. I know people say numbers don't lie, but I think numbers in this case are telling a fib on Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges this year for the Knicks is shooting 47.2% from the floor. He's shooting 33% from three and 62% from the free throw line. Yeah, Eastwood. I'm not getting ready to put him in the torture chamber. I honestly believe he's been a godsend for us. I think Mikal Bridges has been a godsend for us, especially recently. I think his defense is very underrated. I think his composure, I think his composure has been very underrated. I think he's been a steadying influence for us. My only thing with him is I think he leaves points on the floor. I think that cat leaves points on the floor. I think he is a three-pointer and a couple of free throws away every game from being a 20-point scorer. If his three was going at his career average, the dude is going to average 20 points a game. His career rebounds are down, but his career assists are up. What do you want that man to do? That man averaged 2.6 assists per game for his career. Right now, he's averaging 3.4. He's sharing the basketball. I remember when they used to call that man Noodles. Yo, Josh Hart gave that man a nickname that was so disrespectful. You had to fight Josh Hart, bro. Josh Hart called that man Noodles because of what he looked like in the weight room, right? And now they're in New York playing on the same team. And so here's something that I want to run by you too. And I'm gonna ask y'all a question. It's a trick question, and the answer is obvious, right? This is a trick question, right? The answer is obvious, but I'm gonna ask this question anyway, just for y'all to tell me what y'all think. Here's the question: Who takes more shots per game, Mikal Bridges or Jalen Brunson? I'm sorry. Who takes more shots per game, Mikal Bridges or Karl-Anthony Towns? This is a trick question, by the way. Who takes more shots per game, Karl-Anthony Towns or Mikal Bridges? It's a trick question, right? The answer is Cat, right? The answer is Cat, right? But it's not a runaway. It's not a runaway. I think Mikal Bridges is taking about 15 shots a game, and Cat is taking about 17 shots a game. It's not a runaway. It's not a runaway. It's not as if Mikal Bridges doesn't get opportunities in the offense. I don't think it's a runaway. It's not one of those things where you feel as if, hey, Cully, what you doing right now? I need a superstar up here. Cully, what you doing right now, man? I need a superstar up here with me to rock. Well, never mind. I think I found one. Hold on.
Let's get it. Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting.
That's right.
On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting.
Right.
Share my dreams with you, me and I'm podcasting.
What?
You can see my vision through the podcasting.
Yeah.
But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting.
What?
I'm podcasting,
What?
he podcasting.
What?
I've been spitting this venom since Karate Flicks. When Mr. Sales was sharing nothing but the Knicks. I guess you know by now, I seen some tough years. Now I know the reason why Freezy got them blowing tears. Closest thing to the
Yo. Salute. How you doing, bro?
You know me, this time around this year, I got my swag up, fresh to death with Kel Bridges with the haircut. It's for the views, my face good on any channel. You see me, camera, I'm talking straight. This for the panels. What's up with you, man? Yo, I ain't saying nothing else until Cully come up here, man.
Boss.
Where Cully at, man?
Cully talking about he got a job. Man, Cully.
Hey, yo,
He talking about he got a job, bro.
he tell you he at work, man. That man is at work, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's at work.
I'll believe it because we live. If we wasn't live, I'd say something else.
What's up, Unc? This is my oldest, youngest uncle right here.
Yeah, man.
What's up with the
Yeah,
chat, man? What's happening with the people, man? Shout out to everybody, man. Hope everybody had a great, beautiful weekend. If you playing fantasy football like I am, I hope you made it. If you didn't, you know what I'm saying, make sure you come back next season. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Yeah,
Just
man.
come to check in with you. I pulled over for a moment, man.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. We glad to have you. Glad to have you here, bro.
Always, man. Always, man. Yeah, you was talking about that veteran, and I remember listening. That's why I text something on that. Veterans and leadership. First of all, it don't even make how long you've been in the league. A veteran is somebody that's there before somebody that could tell somebody something that they know they went through,
Right.
just so they can help them get through. And I reflect on that with when when Deuce pulled, Huck Porty up, you know what I'm saying? We all seen it. We all heard it. And he was telling me, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is what I've been through. This is what I had to do. What I had to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what coach looked for and everything like that. So that's why I was saying you're going to need a veteran sometimes, far as we're dealing with a coach. I don't know. I'm just, guessing. But that little conversation that he had with Porty, that might have helped him get over and get through with in case he might became impatient, in case he wanted to play and he wasn't playing. It might have helped him with, what I'm saying, when you ain't playing, make sure you stay ready so when your name is called, what I'm saying, you dare to make him look good. Because if he call you and you've been sitting, you ain't been playing, and he call you and you don't come out there and perform for yourself first and for him second, then you're really making yourself looking bad. You're not prepared to, what I'm saying, get ready or be ready, So I think that little conversation helped him, and so you need that type veteran leadership. It's just not really somebody that's been in the league 10 years. It's just somebody that's on that same squad that can help you get through, you know what I'm saying, because they know what it is to get through, you know what I'm saying? So shout out for Deuce for that, you know what I'm saying? Deuce is making an amazing, step far as his what he's becoming as a New York Knicks player. He's definitely, you know what I'm saying, gonna raise the bar on his next check. I always say you start on your next check the same day you sign on the check that you're signing right now. So he's been working already on his next check and everything. I think he might have the best off season to me out of all the players. He really solidified that with me when he did that in and out left hand hezzy, and in the same motion it turned into a left hand floater. I think maybe Kyrie might have been the only guard that could have done that. There's some other guards that could have done it, but it looked so natural and smooth, like he been doing that. You know what I mean? And so shout out to Deuce, man. Shout out to everybody. I do believe Towns should have the most shots over Bridges. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he should just get that. And I don't know if those are the numbers. I think Bridges might take more shots than him, but if you're open and you got a good look, take your shot. Don't be hesitant. And that's what I like about this team. Guys get their shots and they take their shots. Those are two separate things. Getting your shot and taking a shot. Getting a shot is when you're in that system and the ball rotates to you, you get a shot. You get a wide open look. You know what I'm saying? But also taking your shot, you know what I'm saying? I think Brunson is the best at that on our team, taking his own shot because he can get from point A to point B anywhere, anytime on the floor. It's not a shot that he can't take, and he's proven that, so he deserves to have that. Shout out to the captain, shout out, you know what I'm saying, to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Let's continue on this month, you know what I'm saying, and bring in the new year as the Eastern Conference Player of the Month, that ended out 2024, come in with that fresh start in 25. But I'm happy with the team. I just don't like too many of our ups and downs, but sooner or later they're going to get ironed out. I heard you talk about the elbow thing, you know what I'm saying? Elbows are, they tricky. It could be nothing or it could be something serious. But the thing about the nothing is, you lose out on Cam was in a rhythm.
Yeah, this is the point that I was making, right?
Yeah. He was really in a rhythm, amongst, his shot taking. He was always confident in his shot taking, but his shot making, it lured probably about a good 25-30% of the fan base that probably be like, no, good shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he started having the confidence in us as fans too, that, he's not only taking that shot, he's getting ready to knock that down, so now he has to start his rhythm all over, but shout out to the team, man. Shout out to everybody, man. What we doing, what we got going on. The Towns is just getting more and more and more amazing. But he lead the league in rebounds. He's a double machine. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's doing a whole lot. And I wish we would talk a whole lot more of the things he do versus the things that we know he doesn't do or he's not good at doing them. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can say is that it's one thing that him and Julius have in common. They like messing with the referees. But the thing that he has, he might not get that call and yell at the referee, but you always see him sprinting back.
Right.
You in the foul.
Right.
He getting back. So that's good. I mean, leave the referees alone, you know, and sooner or later, maybe they might still not give us them calls because they're not giving them the calls regardless, you know, and just move on to the next play. I think the best move on to the next play guy on our team is Bridges.
Right.
Nothing bothers him, you know. If he's having a bad game, you know what I'm saying? If he has a bad shot, his confidence and his expression is like, I'm on to the next play. The next play is coming. So, you know, we need to stop staying in the moment and move on. And that's what he does, you know. Yeah, we get down on him as fans because we want him to do better. But stop thinking about the picks we trade for the guy and just let the guy find his game and his rhythm. See, we comparing the trades to who he is and what we look for in those picks instead of letting him become the player that we know he naturally is.
Let me ask you this. Can I
giving us a fit? Go ahead.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Outside of recently, right? How successful has this Knicks organization been with using those picks? I'm just gonna ask you this straight up. Would you trade Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, and Quentin Grimes straight up for Mikal Bridges?
That was the picks that we had, right?
Yeah. Those are 5 picks, right? Those are 5 picks. Would you trade all 5 of those dudes for Mikal Bridges if you had the opportunity to?
First of all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't have had to even make that decision. Because Knox and Frank wouldn't even had been on this.
You feel me? You feel
they
where I'm going with it?
Been here.
Right. You feel me?
Bridges would have been a Knick.
Right. You feel me? So when people talk about the draft picks and such, like, bruh, they're draft picks. You're gonna hit on some, you're gonna miss on some. Nothing is guaranteed with the draft pick, man. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So to say we gave up such and such amount of, bro, you ever made a major purchase? Like you ever made a major purchase and like for instance, we made a major purchase probably about, it's December, so we made a major purchase in September, right? And so the thing about it is, I'm not thinking about what else I could have did with that money, bro. I'm excited about what I got. You feel me? And so
big.
So it's like saying you paid such and such for such and such and such. Nothing in life is free. You're not going to get Mikal Bridges for free, right? You're just not. You got to pay the price. If we didn't pay it, somebody else was going to pay that price, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't pay it, somebody else was going to pay it. So instead of saying, man, we gave up such and such amount of picks for, how about we say, hey, man, we acquired you, we expect more. To me, that would be the reasonable thing to say, right? Or the reasonable thing, that's the reasonable thing to believe, right? The reasonable thing to believe is that not what the asking price is, what our expectation is. Like, hey, Bridges, you hear we expect a certain level of play, and if you don't perform, it's not like it's just because him coming here and what we paid. We would be saying the same thing if Cat was underperforming. We would be saying the same thing if Josh Hart was underperforming. We would say the same thing if Jalen Brunson was. If Precious, if OG were underperforming, we would say the same thing. So when it comes to the Mikal Bridges thing, to only point out the fact of what we paid, I think it's odd. I think it's odd, man. Like for instance, in real life, we spend money on big ticket items, right? Because we feel like we need them,
Mhm.
right? And we don't once you pay the cost for it, you don't regret paying for it, right? You knew it was a necessary thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These things happen. What do you do? Right? These things happen. So the Mikal Bridges, what we paid for him thing, um, I think he's been playing great. I think his shot just wasn't going. So
Mhm.
you ignore a lot of the great stuff he does do because of the obvious thing. If the shot's not going, we're thinking his defense is bad. Now his defense ain't bad, bro. His defense is good. That man is on the floor with two guys that are offensive weapons that don't play D, and Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, and Josh Hart, who we love, but Josh Hart is like hot sauce, right? It's great when it's complimentary. Too much of it will ruin your meal, in my mind. But that's who he is as a person, right? It's like too much J.R. Smith. It's like too much John Starks, right? It's like too much Darryl Walker for those that are old enough to remember Darryl Walker, right? It's like too much. Oh, let me. Since I got you here, I want to ask you this real quick before we get out of here. Did you see the alumni celebration?
I saw some of it. I need to watch more of it.
Bro, they showed Michael Ray Richardson, bro, and it almost brought a tear to my eye, bro.
Wow. I missed that. I missed that.
Right.
I
You,
need that. Matter of fact, I need to catch the whole thing
bro,
because I'm gonna make a video of that with the legendary song that I got.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
They brought back Kenny Skywalker, Michael Ray Richardson, brought back some dude, Jerry Lucas. Man, I saw Jerry. I was like, dang, bro. They brought back all these dudes, man. And I know when we first met, I think I gave the impression that I didn't like Bernard King. Right. I think when you and I first met, I think I gave the impression that I didn't like Bernard King. But the
Mhm.
thing is it's complicated. I like Bernard King. I just didn't like the fact that we traded Michael Ray Richardson for him. You feel me? It'd be like if we trade Jalen Brunson for Shea Gilgis Alexander, right? It wouldn't be that I don't like SGA. It'd be we traded Jalen Brunson.
But that might have been the best thing for Michael Ray.
Yeah.
And no matter how we might have feel, because David Thompson is on record. The only person that ever gave me problems on the defensive end is Michael Ray. He was a shutdown dude. He
Yeah.
was shut down, but Mike was partying so hard in the city that might have been the good move to get him up out of the city.
Yeah, he had to get away from here,
You
bro.
know, a lot of people still upset, and I was upset, but I had to later on find out and understand why they was moving on from Rod. Rod was partying in the city.
Hey, yo, Rob
You know
was
what I'm saying?
wilding, bro.
Yeah, he was, what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know this is your home, but if you're gonna be like this, it might be better to help you out with your career to just move you forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then he went to San Antonio, he beat up somebody in the bar.
Yep.
He went to Washington. You know what I'm saying? He punched Tracy,
Wilding.
he punched Tracy in the eye. He was supposed to beat him up though.
Tracy Murray. You remember Tracy
Yeah,
Murray?
yeah, he was
Yeah.
supposed to beat him up because he
Yeah.
he did some disrespectful clownish to Rod. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Michael Ray was, man. That's how I became a Knick. My mom's whooped my butt watching the Knicks versus Seattle Supersonics. 10:30 at night. I got the TV on. Ray Williams going against his brother,
Yeah.
Duff Williams.
Yeah.
Michael Ray going against Dennis Johnson. And
Yeah.
shout out to Dennis Johnson, may he rest in peace. For
Right.
those that think Penny Hardaway had the first doll, no, Dennis Johnson had the first doll, number 24, and it had freckles on it.
Right.
Seattle Supersonic.
Yep.
A lot of people, think
Him,
Penny
him,
had
and,
that.
him and downtown Freddie Brown.
Yeah, downtown Freddie Brown. And they got Lonnie Shelton from us. That took him over, over the edge.
Right.
Jack Sigma. Yeah, they had a woof.
You know who else they got from us?
Who that?
It's Spencer Haywood.
Spencer Haywood.
Yep, they got Spencer Haywood from us.
Spencer Haywood.
Yeah, yeah. And then
I ain't
Spencer
gonna,
Haywood
I
left
ain't gonna
with
hold you up. I know you was about to get ready to get up out of there. I just need
Yeah.
to pull over on the side and rock with you for a few minutes,
Yeah, man. Hey, what's the next game you going to real quick?
I just snatched up. I made sure I snatched up them in April. I snatched up the Atlanta joints, but I'm on my way up top. I'm on my way up top. I don't know what game I'm going to, but I'm on my way up top. Because I got 2 videos that I'm getting ready to shoot, and so I'm on my way up there. I got a joint called
Soon as you finish,
mhm.
hit me up. As soon as you finish, I'm talking about. Soon as you finish, hit me up. I think I found us a way. So
Okay,
soon as you finish, hit me up, bro, and we gonna do something that we probably should have been doing from back in the day, but technology ain't. You got to let technology catch up. So you gotta.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? But on that note, we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Thank you everybody for coming through, rocking with us. Knicks alumni, that was a beautiful thing. That was a beautiful ceremony, man. Kenny Skywalker out there looking like an R&B singer. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, you know what? What you saying that? I'm gonna put you on. I'm put you on the spot. Chat. Breezy don't pave the way for so many guys, yo. You need to have an alumni podcast show. You need to reach out all them guys and come up with a date. You know what I'm saying? And we used to have like 10, 12 guys up on the screen. You need to have the alumni guys. I'm talking about all the way back. When it used to be the battles and all that. The Tony Crows and the Uncle Fulios. We going back.
in the hard wheels, yeah, and
We're going back. Yeah, Hardwell was there, but I think
the
a little bit,
Stephen Foxes,
further than Hardwell.
yeah,
Yeah,
Hadouken, Sharon, and all of them, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hadouken. I think his man's is a senior in high school now. I think his man's is gonna be getting a D1 scholarship. The dude, when we first started, he was like 14 years old, playing AAU. He was like 5'8". I think my man is like 6'4" now, 6'4" guard.
Right.
Yeah.
Sergeant Nick, get these guys. I talk to Sergeant Nick about once a week now.
Yeah, man. That's my guy. That's my brother, bro.
Yeah.
That's my brother. We got them strong North Carolina connections, bro. That's my dog right there, bro. I'll donate an organ for him, bro. For real, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy.
And you know what he probably tell you, yo, man, just gotta let them place it, you know what I'm saying, and have it ready. But I don't need it right now, but I need to make sure I get it for you before you change your mind.
Yeah, but you know that dude, or you know how he is. You got to catch him. You know how he is. So yeah,
Right.
yeah, man. Hey, that's a great idea. I'm gonna talk to the CEO a la Wise and see if Wise can help us organize that, man,
Right.
And do that, bro. I think that's an excellent idea.
Right.
That's an excellent.
I think I was on Ron's show this weekend, and we was talking about once a Nick, you're always a Nick. Some situations I don't believe in that, but that's thing. Once a Nick, always a Nick. I do believe once a podcast, always a podcast.
Yeah.
And we go back and bring back some of them 8 tracks. Back on the show. That'd be a great look, man.
Bring back the Marvelettes.
Bring them back. Bring it back. A lot wise, man. We need you on that.
Wise, that man said, "Wise, get busy."
Get busy. Yes.
Yeah, man. Hey, so thank y'all for coming through, hanging out with us. Appreciate y'all spending part of y'all day with us. The Knicks at Night podcast soon come. We're gonna tackle some of these topics that we didn't get the opportunity to get to today. Juan Soto to the Mets.
To the Mets.
Yo, the United Healthcare thing in the city. Yo, how the United Healthcare thing in the city, bro? What? New York is New York, bro.
Queens get the money.
Queens get the money. If it wasn't for the Bronx, we out of here, people. Peace, y'all.
Yep.